This is a public service announcement brought to you in part by
Nexus Fantasy Football League.
The NFFL Fantasy Football League.
We walk alone in the unknown. We live to win another victory. We are the young, dying sons. We live to change the face of history.
Leon? Oh. My fellow Nexus members, it is I, your commissioner, the Heffenators. Due to the situation that has been occurring, I thought maybe I would address this the correct way any commissioner should address this. So I would like to... I wrote a statement on the fact of what had occurred with the Bone Crusher situation. So I would like to get to that right now. Obviously, we all know that the Bone Crushers ended up pretty much taking the fall in order for the Trees to take the sixth spot in the playoffs. By losing and by stating that either Lena, me, or Sean takes a loss, which I don't believe Sean would be affected. This would actually be me or Lena being affected. Due to that situation, one of us would then be knocked out of the playoffs, and the Trees will then take that spot as in the number 6 seed, which will then, for the first week, play the Bone Crushers. The Bone Crushers feel that playing the Trees would be easier than playing Lay That Ass. Now, due to the circumstances, I decided to have a vote. My opinion, I have no opinion in this matter. I am the commissioner. I am supposed to be completely neutral. I will allow my peers to decide what the fates. The problem being is that this has been a very difficult, it's been a fun season. It's been really interesting. We have a lot of fun. It's been a little pushy at times, though, because we have plenty of people that push limits, and I'm not a big fan of this. I would like to state that those that are playing in this league, we're doing this for fun. We're playing for a trophy, the crown, and it seems that everybody feels, well, not everybody, but some players feel that you actually own these players as if you are actually an owner and paying them. That is not true. This is a fantasy football league. And I feel that it is a game. And it is fun. And yes, we are playing for something. And we're having a lot of fun doing it. But I've noticed that enemies have been made in this league. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not asking for you to all be happy, joy, joy. I love the trash talking. It's beautiful. It's hilarious. We do it all the time. But if you're going to be trash talked, accept your fate. And take it like a fucking man. Do not dish out trash talking in which makes no sense. The fact is, when you take credit for somebody, a win, a player, any situation, I don't consider that trash talking. I consider that foolish. If that is the case, then all of you in the Nexus Fantasy Football League should take credit for my team. The fact is I've only had one person since the draft, and that's Jimmy Graham. Everybody else has been through drops, trades, mostly trades. I've made the most acquisitions in this entire season. Will, if I somehow happen to win, will I thank all of you? Absolutely not. This is your decision to give me this player in which he is now mine. And I own him, and I use him at my extent. If I beat you because you gave me that player, I'm sorry, you made the wrong decision then, and you helped me win. Okay, was it what you were looking to do? Absolutely not. But you did it because of a reason that you had. I will not take any credit for the fact that the undefeated Dirty Sanchez was undefeated. She did, in fact, have DeMarco Murray. He was doing fantastic until he got hurt, and I had him. and traded him away. That has nothing to do with me. The fact is the guy had an amazing season besides getting hurt. That has nothing to do with me. It's the player themselves. To trade away such a great player to a team and then take the credit saying that it was you who helped the win is wrong. Now, let me get into the situation we are at hand right now. The fact may be is that the Bone Crushers, on the other hand, took the fall, took the loss, and he lost. He did it for a certain reason that believed to be is pretty much allowing the Trees to take the number 6 spot and either me or Lena getting knocked out. Now, if this league had something to do with the first round draft pick in which you took the fall to get the first round draft pick next year, wouldn't be a problem because that's how it works. You're going to take last place, you want to get the first round draft pick, whatever, fuck it. You're doing it for next year. This season, by doing that, is affecting the other players in this league. Frankly, me and Lena. But we don't know if that was going to be the case. The fact is, Lena is pretty much 80% chance going to beat me. That doesn't mean the Trees will be in the playoffs. I may just drop a seed to number 6, and the Bone Crushers will then play the person that actually beat him, and that's me. So the fact is that move that you were trying to pull was foolish and did not make any sense. I understand where he was coming from, but it doesn't make sense. You cannot state that you rested your players. It's fantasy football. There's no such thing. Okay, they're not resting on the fucking online. They can't rest online. It doesn't make sense. So, due to the fact that the Bone Crushers tried to pull this, and due to the fact that the vote has been made, it is unanimous that the Bone Crushers cannot win the crown this season for that move. We will then have to put up another bracket, and we will do it manually this season. That's pretty much that situation. So it's been decided that the Bone Crushers may not win the crown this season. I would also like to say, again, with this whole little enemy situation, how people are starting to hate on other people for stupid fucking reasons. I mean, we have like Sean, who likes to try to trick people into trades. Now, let me explain something to you. Is it stupid? Absolutely. He tried to do some shit with me where I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Point is, Sean actually knows how to play fantasy football. He's trying to figure out if you know how to play fantasy football. And pulling off these trades, it works in his advantage if he can pull it off. Those that say no, obviously it doesn't work. So, I know where he's coming from. It's called mind games. It's all about mind games. Can I fuck with you? That's all you're trying to say. So that's where I was coming from with that. I'm a little parched. May I have some water, please? Some water? Thank you. I also would like to get into another serious situation. Obviously, we all know what have occurred with the Kansas City Chiefs and I believe Bletcher, who murdered his girlfriend and then turned the gun to himself. Because of this situation, I would like to state that if anybody in the league has any serious problems in which they decide they want to turn a gun on somebody or on themselves, please come to the commissioner's office and we will discuss psychiatric treatment for you. There will be no moment of silence in this league for that asshole because he is a sick fuck. Those with problems with domestic abuse, I apologize for the situation. I'd like to give a moment of silence myself. I would also like to know that, again, if anybody at one point in time decides, I'm going to shoot her and then I'm going to shoot me. If you try to shoot yourself in front of me, I'm going to kill you myself. So please don't push the limits. And seriously, don't do what this guy did. We all knew what happened when Benoit did that shit in wrestling when he killed his fucking wife and killed his son. and then hung himself. Terrible fucking person. And this guy Bletcher joins the fucking crew of fucking terrible people. The fact that the cowardness of what he did has affected that whole entire team. Their season already was shit. They didn't need something as this to occur. So I state, again, may that motherfucker burn in hell for pulling what he pulled. And I also would like to say again, if anybody has a reason and feels they shouldn't be living because of bad trades, people cheating, collusion, or maybe the commissioner just thinks he's God. What I'm stating is, please, come talk to one of us. We are here for you. Seriously. Don't turn the gun on yourself or anybody you love. Because if you do, and you don't kill yourself, we will find you. And we will kill you. Nah, I'm just kidding. The point really is obviously we all know that fact. The guy's a piece of garbage for doing that. So that would be the final of what I was saying. Mostly I just wanted to get into the fact that the Bone Crushers cannot win the crown this season due to the fact that he tried to pull a stunt in which would have hurt either me or Lena for a possible reason that it probably wouldn't have worked out anyway, because if Lena beats me, I probably just take the 6th seed and he plays me. So the bracket will be done. It will be set up manually and we will go through that ourselves. I thank you for this season of the Nexus Fantasy Football League. The playoffs are next week, and I'm excited for it. And I gotta say, next year's gonna be even more interesting. But be prepared for the most trash talking you've ever heard, because it's playoff season. And the Heffenators are in the fucking playoffs, and that crown's staying with me. I'll see ya when I see ya.